I was debating whether or not to bring this up, and I'm going to bring it up because it's another stupid people story, and I'm going to let you explain it. Just try to do it like the Cole's Notes version. Hashtag Abby's cancer scam. Do you want to briefly explain what this is?
There's a woman named Abby Arthur who did some pro wrestling writing for a place called TopRopePress.com, a couple other places. She had an abnormal number of followers, like 50, 60,000. And a couple of months ago even, I messaged David Bixenspan, who's usually really good at sniffing stuff like this out. Followers, not farts on planes. And I was like, this is weird because me and Bix have been doing this both several years, and combined we have probably 20,000 followers. This woman had like 50 or 60, and nothing that she had written had ever like really broken out and been covered mainstream, anything like that. I was like, maybe it's just something, who knows. It was very clear she had bought her followers. Later that month, she actually inquired about writing for Fightful, but I had seen all these posts about her alleged cancer that she had been diagnosed with. And just a lot of it didn't add up. She would put on there like, all I can eat is Jell-O, my lights are getting turned out. And I'm just sitting there thinking in my mind, like, why do you have Jell-O? Like, why didn't you buy ramen noodles? Why didn't you buy something with any sort of calorie intake or nutritional value or anything like that?
You're telling me that you were suspicious about Jell-O?
Yeah, there's a lot of things. Like, I mean, Jimmy, I know you may not have dealt with this before, but I've been poor before. And when you do that, you prioritize. And she was like, oh, hey, I can't pay my light bill. I can't do this. And I'm like, how the fuck are you tweeting? Like, you paid your internet bill or your phone bill before your light bill?
A lot of people would.
Before you got something? Well, maybe, yeah. But if you can't, you can't. It's just a lot of it didn't add up. People started to find that she had taken pictures of IVs in her arm and things like that from social media, from Google, from from actual cancer patients. She faked it. She faked the whole thing, including one of the pictures was a picture of a dude's arm. They found actual pictures of her with tattoos that were not in those pictures. And then when you thought it couldn't get any crazier, she went on a bender. She faked her own death. And it doesn't even stop there, Jimmy. She pretended to be her sister, tweeting about this. And, of course, David Bixenspan calls the coroner, like, hey, you got this dead person? They said, hashtag, nah. Like, maybe if you're going to do this, don't do it when you have investigative journalists on your friends list, first off. But then, the craziest part of it, there was a TNA, like, psychotic fan forum a couple years ago. And the owner of that re-emerged because of this situation after he had faked his own death over a year ago and was like, I really hope that I didn't motivate her to do something this stupid. So a death fake motivated another death faker to emerge like, surprise, bitch, that you thought you'd seen the last of me.
So,
Mother of God.
What's the end game for these people? Like, why would they go through all this hassle? I mean, I realize in the online
about
world,
$9,000 to $10,000 from crowdfunding.
Oh
yeah.
Oh,
Which is grand theft.
Oh yeah.
Grand theft, my man.
Yeah.
And she even, here's one. Les Moore on Talking Sheet did an awesome job covering this. She faked the picture of Jell-O. She didn't even go out and buy Jell-O, Jimmy. She pulled it off the fucking internet.
Interesting. I mean, you know what, man? I mean, look, okay, this is, I don't know how personal I should get here, but we've all been through this. So in my earlier years, I did the online dating thing, like I think a lot of people have, right? And how many times did you talk to somebody who submitted a fake photo that wasn't really them?
All the time.
Yeah, the thing with in the online world is we know there's a lot of people, Sean, that are miserable, depressed, lonely, and they seek attention through the internet. But I don't understand. Okay, I understand Abby, if she got money and she was trying to get away, you know, with getting money, fine. That guy that you said had a TNA thing, what's the benefit to him? Why would he fake his death? Did he take money too?
He posted an apology letter and said it's because he had a difficult time after coming out to his family, but no.
No, because then that means that he would have faked his death
of course.
like face to face too.
Of course. There was no end game.
Doesn't make any sense.
It was
Doesn't
stupid.
make any sense.
And Ryan Satin has posted an update saying a rep for the CTCA said that they have turned the matter over to law enforcement regarding Abby, and it's because she had faked letters from a doctor and had misspelled things like HIPAA, had misspelled things like his name, put the wrong phone number on there, and then published them for the world to see, and that's fraud.
What site did she use to get the money?
I think it was GoFundMe, and there was one at one point I had bought her a coffee on one of the things where you buy people coffees or whatever the hell it is. Uh-huh. So I lost out on $3, whoop-de-doo, but
they're gonna go after that money.
Oh, of course. This pisses me off. We have our lead MMA writer, David Teese. His mother is battling cancer. He's always taking her to appointments and checkups and things like that. I encourage you guys, there's a pinned tweet. If you want to donate to his mother and their battle, that's legit. I've checked up on that. I see the struggle that he goes through. I'm growing out my hair because a friend of mine wouldn't leave the house without hair. Mm-hmm. And when I didn't see her for a year before she died. A very good friend of mine.
Thanks for staying away from the headband this week.
I see some stanky jump off doing this shit. Mm. Piss off, mate. Piss off.
Wow, it actually brought out some Aussie in you. That's how angry you are.
Hey, that's what happens, man.
Wow.
Every Tuesday for a year and a half, it's going to happen.
He gets so mad he changes nationalities, Nigel.
Yeah, well.
I don't know.
Wow.
Mate's a pretty.
I'm going to somehow try to segue. Once again, what a difficult segue, but I'm going to try. So a few weeks